Hello everyone, this is VJose32 back again, and it's time once again for the VJose32 Card Awards. This year's Card Awards have a bunch of awesome categories. Let's look at some of the categories and the nominations. All the winners will receive the Gold Invisible deck. Well, it's invisible for a reason, because it doesn't really exist, but it's all for fun. First of all, Bicycle Deck of the Year. Nominees include the Bicycle Civil War, Bicycle Pandemonium, Bicycle Luchadors, Bicycle Zombified, Bicycle Warrior Horse, Bicycle Architecture, the Bicycle Goat Deco, and the Bicycle Rosemine. This is because they're selling that one on the website, so I added it. 30 Club 808 Deck of the Year, the Bicycle Perspective, the Bicycle Nightshade, Bicycle Joker, and the Bicycle Jules Verne. Fury 11 Deck of the Year. Mystery Box, Bad Robot, take your pick, the new one or the old one. Tycoons, Charity Water, 2nd edition. White Monarch, 2nd edition, and the Copper Rare Bits. Illusionist Deck of the Year. Kings, White Rounders, Artifice Minis, Mini Black Rounder, Mini Black Arcane, Mini LTD, Prohibition series, I should say. People keep saying that I'm saying it wrong, so there you go. The Marked Series 1800s, Madison Hustlers, Gold Artifice, Inverted Kings, and even though they haven't been officially released yet, Black Kings. Next up, Blue Crown Deck of the Year. NOC V3, Brazil 2014, Minimal 2014, Sky Island, Boardwalk Papers, White Ornates, and the Crown Emblem Prototype. And by the way, if you're not familiar with any of these decks, you can find reviews on most of them on my channel, or go to their website to check them out. Next up, Dan and Dave Deck of the Year. There's Les Printemps, Voltage, Hollingworth, the October 2014 edition deck. Smoke and Mirrors Gold. I think that was this year. Whatever. And hi, my name is Mark. Conjuring Arts Deck of the Year. Last year I put this one with Dan and Dave. This year it's got its own separate category. Nominees include Zen, Classic Twins, Allies, Legends V2, Egyptian Legends, Smith No. 3, and the Exquisite Bold. Then we have the Kickstarter Deck of the Year, and there's a whole bunch of these, of course. I tried to get as many as I could. I tried not to get everyone, though. There is the Fine Line playing cards, the Science Deck, 4-point playing cards, even though I haven't received those ones yet. Bicycle Colonial Unrest, Bicycle Golden Spike, Bicycle 100 Years War, Bicycle Frontier, Bicycle Plug Nickel, Les My Les Voyager deck, or Voyages, I guess it is. Sawdust, Goonies, Bicycle Illusionist, Hawaiian, Icon, Borderline, Tenebra, Gothic, Hotcakes, Aquila, Bicycle Viking Flight Deck, Bicycle Excellence, Bicycle Dia de las Muertas, Global Unrest, Steampunk Cthulhu Resurrection, Bicycle Tattoo Golden Edition, the Bicycle Acer, Triplicates Grotesque, Origins Persian Empire, Serena Requiem, the Bicycle Metal decks, Sovereign Metal, whatever you want to call them, Kadar, different decks, Steampunk Goggles, 7 Seas, Blue Fontaines, Pagan, Metropole, Nox, I should say, Mana, not the Sybil edition, but the ones that there was the wine colored one and the indigo. There is Finangled, Density, Kingdoms of a New World, even though it was kind of from like the year before, but it just came out. Civil Unrest, 3D mechanical cards, Gentleman 52, Oracle, Steampunk Pirates, Bicycle Tinker, Believe. I don't think I had that one on last year's list, whatever. Venexiana Gold, Clip Wings, and the MPC Make Playing Cards Standard Decks. Next up, another new one, Another new category, the King's Wild deck of the year. There's the Sherlock Holmes, Independence, Tally Ho, Bicycle, Civil War, and the Hive. Handlords deck of the year. Last year I had Big Blind Media and Handlords together, but this year Big Blind Media really didn't do a whole lot, so they'll be featured elsewhere. Handlords deck of the year, a lot of the same stuff actually. Pro Axiom Passon, Pro Axiom Viper, Pro Axiom Dominion V2, the April Fool's deck, Magicians Must Die V3, and White Exquisites. Now another new category, the Collectible Playing Cards deck of the year. There is the Bicycle Royal Scarlet, the Crystallum, Panthera, Disruption, Day of the Dead, Physique, Bacon Lovers, Elegance, Old Masters, Sewer Dwellers, Starlight, Thorn, Killer Clowns, Pyromaniac, and Pyromaniac Fire and Ice. I kind of just lumped them together because they're just different colors. And the Creepy. Then there's the Gambler's Warehouse deck of the year, another new category, which includes the Blackout Kingdom, the Dragonbacks in yellow and green, Skull decks in orange and silver, the Bicycle Occults, the Double Black, the Bicycle Leafbacks with the gold edition, Bicycle Legacy, Bicycle Eerie, and the Guild plastic cards, which I don't have. Independent deck of the year. These are from other companies that are outside of Kickstarter and that aren't one of the big companies. There is the Run playing cards from Murphy's Magic, and Banshees also from Murphy's Magic, and both of those are from Jason Brumbelow. There is the Reverse Tally Holes from Aloy Studio, Optrix from Mechanic Industries, Zenith from Incarded, because that was like the only release they had this past year. There is the Blossom from Aloy Studio, Gatorbacks from David Blaine, In Mortuorum from Dan Speary, Little Island from Eric Dwan, Bicycle Samurai V2, the Bicycle Annika from Card Experiment, Unicorn from Aloy Studio, Carnival Extreme from Big Blind Media. That was their only release they had the whole year. I don't know what happened to them. There is the Spectrum Tally Holes, Quality B, B Miracles, Bicycle Black Asura from Card Experiment, the Black Babel from Card Experiment, Totem from Aloy Studio, Prime Noir from Prime Poker Cards, P-Foul from Aloy Studio. I should almost have one just for Aloy Studio deck video. Maybe I'll add that in. Maybe I'll change that. There is Fatboy Eat All Day V3, V2, and the Aztec Dream from Eric Dewan, Canadiana, Mechanic VR2 from Mechanic Industries, Prime from Art of Play, and Lux from JP Playing Cards and Midnight Cards. And, well, whatever. Next up, Best New Company. And the nominees include Murphy's Magic / Jason Brumbelow, Kings and Crooks, Crooked Kings, Tomlinson Playing Cards, Legends Playing Cards, Black Ink Cards, Gambler's Warehouse, Lux Playing Cards, Edgy Brothers, Nat Iwata, MPC, which is Make Playing Cards, Brain Vessel Creative, Dead on Paper, Cardissons, Teach by Magic, Art of Play / Deckstarter, I just put them together, and System 6 Magic. If you're not familiar with some of these companies, you can check out some of their decks on my channel, or you can search for them. Some of them, are more familiar than others to some people, obviously. Next up, the best playing card membership or club. Nominees are Illusionists Black Club, Bicycle Club 808, Collectible Playing Cards Club, and the Dan and Dave Deck of the Month Club. The next category is the Company of the Year. The nominees include Illusionist, Fury 11, Handlords, Dan and Dave, The Blue Crown, King's Wild, Incarded, and Conjuring Arts. The next category is the Independent Company of the Year, and it includes Usai, Half Moon playing cards, Midnight cards, Alloy Studio, Albino Dragon, 4 PM Designs, Homegrown Games, Card Experiment, Vanda, Whispering Imps, Elite playing cards, Big Blind Media, and Nancer / Ed or Eric Dwan, I should say. Nancer Eric Dwan. Oops. Next, new category, Best Card Producer. The nominees are the United States Playing Card Company, Export Playing Card Company, Legends Playing Card Company, Make Playing Cards, and Liberty Playing Cards. That should be pretty interesting. And next, another kind of new one, or renamed one, the biggest blunder of the year. The first nominee is Kickstarter.com, because they have not done well. They've had 3 or 4 projects on there, and most of them have required secret, behind-the-scenes backing from the Buck twins and, of course, Justin Buck, which is just not good. Most of the decks are just not on par with a lot of the Kickstarter decks, and are kind of odd decks. And they just haven't been doing well at all, despite the fact that Dan and Dave have a pretty big following. They've been doing pretty bad. The next category, or next nominee is Illusionist dropping the ball on the Black Club, because this year the Black Club basically got left behind. They got not a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot added to it. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff offered to the members, and not a whole lot of freebies. Next one is cardlauncher.com, which of course, attempted to change the crowdfunding scene in playing cards projects, but it didn't work out, and it failed, unfortunately, which is too bad. Next nominee is the Illusionist's almost free decks, where Illusionist is offering free decks to Black Club members, but you have to pay for shipping. They just did that with some special free rewards they gave out, and they're going to be doing that this upcoming year with every new release. It's either free or it's not free. Make up your mind, Illusionist. You can't do free, but you have to pay for shipping. And the next nominee is the Black Friday new releases, which bombed, in my opinion. I mean, we had Conjuring Arts had the Zen decks, which were okay. Theory 11 had the Copper Rarebits, which was just a recolor. Dan and Dave had the Les Printemps, which was a deck that was made for a wedding of a friend of theirs, which hasn't done well, obviously, because it hasn't sold out. Blue Crown had the Sky Island decks. Illusionist had their pre-Black Friday sales with the Prohibition decks and other stuff, which was fine, but that wasn't Black Friday, that was pre-Black Friday. So, I mean, in regards to actual Black Friday releases, there was nothing that good, and David Blaine failed completely. More on that in a bit. Then there is the Blue Crown Emblem prototypes from the Blue Crown, a so-called prototype deck that they had 333 produced, and they were absolute crap quality. They were $25 each, which was a clear cash grab, and I haven't seen anyone that actually got them that was happy with them, which makes me happy that I didn't get them. Then there is the next nominee, Madison Decks Overkill. Illusionist once again continued to push out all sorts of Madison decks in different colors, and now even mini decks. It's just way too many, and also gaff decks like the Gamblers. The next one is the Red Gatorback Snow-So and Disappearing Act. First of all, Red Gatorbacks were supposed to be released on Black Friday. Never happened. They never showed up. The website was empty, and then all of a sudden they show up about a week ago, and they sold out instantly. Absolute horrible release. And then the last one is the Illusionist Card Wars, because it just sucks. Don't get me wrong, the game is fun. However, if you only get a chance to play a game for every $50 you spend, this only benefits people who spend a lot of money, like resellers, and it basically alienates all of illusionists' smaller customers, main customers. So, thank you, illusionist. Next, Kickstarter fail of the year. The nominees include the Alice of Wonderland decks, which, well, fulfilled some and then dropped the ball with the rest. Even his own partners are apparently launching these lawsuits against him. Then there is the Type deck, which has failed to be produced as of yet. Bicycle Meridian, which also has failed to be produced and of which the creator has apparently disappeared and he even deleted his Kickstarter account. Then there's the Bicycle Dante's Inferno, which of course fulfilled very few and then again disappeared, and the creator has disappeared completely. In fact, his other deck, the Heads deck, was last year's Kickstarter Worst Projects nominee. Then there is the Diamond Cut playing cards, which again have failed to be produced. Creator blamed issues with make playing cards, and last we heard in November he said he was going to be producing them through USB-C, but that hasn't happened as of yet. Then there is the Bicycle Cthulhu Great Old One by Dan Chris, which a lot of financial issues. He completely miscalculated on shipping costs. He has no money. He has no job. He's disabled. Good luck getting your decks if you haven't gotten them already. And then there's the Silver Arrow from Jackson Robinson, because it just completely failed. Jackson Robinson is used to his playing card projects doing tremendously well. This one had a goal that was extremely high, and it bombed. It was not exactly a good year for Jackson Robinson. I mean, it was. He had a lot of success, but he also had this bomb. And then the Army deck, which he canceled to apparently reconfigure the whole deck and change the deck and whatever. I don't know. Next nomination, or category, is the Best Information Site or Forum. The nominees are UnitedCards.com, Cardify.com, PlayingCardForum.com, My Card Club, and the Playing Card database at PlayingCardDB.com. Alright, next up, another new category, Legends Deck of the Year. The nominees include Legends V2, Agnostic, Allies, Sharps, Lux, and Serpentine. Next up, another new category, Best Playing Card Shop. The nominees include CollectiblePlayingCards.com. Don't forget to use the code VJose32 to get 10% off your order, and VIC10 to get $10 off their membership. And then there is PlayingCards.net, ArtofPlay.com, JPPlayingCards.co.uk, CardsMagi.com, RichiesCardStore.com. VJose32 also works on that one. TheFlush.com.au, TheOneEyeJack.com, and MERS67.com. Even though some of those are a little bit less active than others. And then there is another new category, Deck Reviewer of the Year. Savannah, Sex Productions 101. David, which is Magic Orthodoxy. Me, VJose32. Duh. Ashley at the Cardists. And Cardify.com, because they also have reviews on their channel, or their website. And then one more category. It's also new. Best usage of foil on playing cards. Not on the boxes, we've seen a lot of that. On the actual playing cards. There's 3 decks that did it this year. There was the Exquisite Bull, which has the gold star on the back of the cards. Venexiana Gold, which just had a huge amount of gold foil on the backs of the cards. And the Royal Zen, which just came out recently, and also had silver foil on the backs of the cards. Make sure you go vote. Link will be in the description box down below. All you have to do is click on whichever one you like VJose32, and then press submit. You don't have to vote for all of them. You can just vote for whichever categories you want. However, if you vote for all of them, that's the best. And the more votes you get, the better it is. It's not exactly good if only a few people vote. I will continue with the vote until about the end of the year, early in the new year, and then I will post the results by about January 3rd or 4th, whatever it is. So that is that. If there's any other categories you think I should add or anything that you think I'm missing, feel free to let me know. I will see you next time. Make sure you vote.